Hello, my cozy listener. Welcome to Nadine Cozy English, a quiet place where words feel warm and English sounds like a story before sleep. Make yourself comfortable, light a candle, wrap yourself in a blanket, and pour a cup of hot tea or cocoa. Because tonight, we're not just learning English, we're stepping into a calm little world of voices, dreams, and gentle stories. So, are you ready? Then let's begin.
Tonight, Wednesday doesn't smile. She thinks, she writes, she plans her new year in silence. While the world shouts Happy New Year, she simply listens to the sound of her own mind, to the whisper of a candle, to the soft ticking of time. This is not a story about fireworks. It's about clarity, calm, and quiet beginnings. So, take a breath and enter the night where thinking is magic. The night when Wednesday stopped smiling. A calm, gothic winter tale for thoughtful hearts. Part 1. The last day of the year. Snow was falling over Nevermore Academy, slow, stubborn, and silent. The world outside glimmered, but Wednesday's room stayed half dark. A single candle burned on her desk beside an untouched notebook. Outside, students ran, laughed, hung ribbons, took photos. Inside, Wednesday watched how each snowflake melted before it touched the windowsill. "Even snow doesn't last," she whispered. "So why should smiles?" Part 2. The Question. Enid burst in, glowing like a pink comet. "Wednesday! It's New Year's Eve! Aren't you even a little excited?" Wednesday blinked slowly. "Excitement," she said, "is a temporary malfunction of reason." Enid sighed. "Could you at least pretend to be happy?" "Pretending is exhausting," Wednesday replied. "And besides, I prefer curiosity to happiness. It lasts longer." She turned to her candle, watching the flame. "What if," she murmured, "just for one night, we stop pretending at all?" Part 3. The Candle's Whisper. As midnight neared, the candle leaned slightly toward her and whispered, its flame bending like an ear of light. "Ask me one question before the year ends," it said. "I will answer honestly." Wednesday smirked. "Fine. Why do people fear sadness so much?" "Because sadness makes them feel alive," said the flame. "And being alive is unpredictable." Part 4. The Hall of Masks. She wandered through the corridors. Music echoed. Doors glowed with fairy lights. Laughter spilled like champagne. Yet, behind every laughing face, she noticed the same small shadows. Eyes too tired, smiles too tight. She whispered, almost kindly, Even joy wears armor. For the first time, she didn't feel apart. She felt connected. You know, if silence itself was her language, and the world had finally answered back. Part 5. The Memory of Gifts. Her steps slowed near the old clock tower. The ticking sound brought back a memory. A long table, a cold mansion, her parents' elegant silence. Father spoke little. Mother smiled rarely. Each year, they exchanged books as gifts. Never surprises, never mistakes. Once, Uncle Fester gave her a bat wrapped in black ribbon. It was the only gift she ever kept. Presents, she thought, are just apologies wrapped in paper, unless they have a pulse. The candlelight in her mind flickered softly, as if approving. Part 6. The Room of Echoes. Back in her dorm room, the air smelled of old ink and pine branches. Enid had decorated half the room with glitter and pink stars. Wednesday's side remained bare, only the candle and a jar of raven feathers. She lay on the bed, staring at the ceiling. The silence there felt alive, like a sleeping cat. When I was younger, she whispered to herself, I thought New Year was about magic. Now I think it's about patience. Outside, the wind hummed softly, almost like an old song. Part 7. The Night Without Laughter. The night deepened. In the courtyard, fireworks began to bloom. Each explosion reflected in her dark eyes, red, blue, silver, and disappeared before it reached her heart. She didn't smile, but she didn't turn away either. She simply whispered, maybe not feeling joy is just another way to feel peace. The candle's light swayed, listening. Part 8. The Visitors of Memory. She closed her eyes and saw them, her family. Mother, tall and composed. Father, lost in his papers. Pugsley, her brother, waving a sparkler dangerously close to the curtains. They weren't perfect. They weren't even warm. But they were hers. And for a second, she missed them. Not the way others miss hugs, but the way one misses a familiar echo in an empty hall. Maybe, she whispered to herself, feeling less doesn't mean feeling nothing. Part 9. The Midnight Bell. The clock struck 12. Somewhere, Enid shouted, Happy New Year! The candle flame danced higher. Wednesday stood in the doorway, half in shadow, half in gold light. Her heart didn't race, it rested. I don't need to sparkle, she said quietly. I only need to see. And the candle's whisper answered, Then your new year has already begun. Part 10. The Note. Morning came pale and soft. Enid found a note on Wednesday's desk. Not every child laughs on New Year's Eve. Some listen, and that too is joy. She smiled gently and placed the note on the window. Outside, snow was falling again. And this time, it didn't melt. Moral meaning? You don't have to smile to be alive. You don't have to sparkle to be bright. Some souls glow quietly, like candles that never burn out. True joy isn't noise. It's the peace of being honest with yourself.
Thank you. And if you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future lessons. And please share this episode with anyone you know who is also learning English. It would mean a lot for me. And I love to hear from you. So please leave a comment below telling us about your day in English or any other topics you'd like us to talk about in the future. Read your comments and appreciate your feedback. So until next time, keep practicing your English and have a wonderful day. Bye everyone!